I'm not, a comedy prude. I believe that politics is downstream from pop culture. But I do kind of have a problem with roasting people or ribbing them sometimes like in the place of like comedy or whatever you want to call it. When you look at SNL, when you look at what happened, was it satire? Was it just like friendly jokes? I'm not quite sure. See, SNL had created an archetype and then they showed Trump through that lens. They called it satire, but in actuality, what they were doing is what they thought was true. They do think that he is a racist. They do think that he's just this old fogey who doesn't get it. And lucky them, they get to call him a racist, by the way, on live television, and they have everyone talk about how clever it is. By the way, Larry David as well, what's the group called? Deport Racism. They're actually going to go ahead and give him that $5,000 that they had promised anyone that interrupted that live broadcast by calling Trump such. See, none of this is new. I mean, you go back and look at all of the stereotypes over the years and how they play them. And there's always something a little sinister going on. They portray George W. Bush as this warmonger idiot who wants to blow everything up and destroy the world with his evil sidekick, Dick Cheney. And if you pointed out how over the top that archetype was, they'd just say, well, hey, you know what? We make fun of John Kerry, too. Come on. How did they actually make fun of Kerry back then? Oh, wait, I remember. He was just like so smart and so intellectual that he was wooden and boring. That was their comedy. That was their comedic take on John Kerry, that he was super smart. What an awful archetype to be viewed as. Now, they also did it with Sarah Palin in the whole I can see Russia from my house, which, by the way, she never, ever, ever said. Tina Fey actually wrote that, but people who have the intellectual capacity of an inchworm all took it as gospel, and it stuck. Yeah, and returning to form, it was once again that bumbling idiot meme with Trump, and just like it was with Palin, just like it was with George W. Bush, just like it was with Mitt Romney, everybody's a racist. Now, see, racism has always been like this prevailing undercurrent of all of the Republicans ever portrayed on SNL, and it's all in good fun. That's how they pretend, it's just all in good fun. We're just having some laughs. But what they're actually doing through the guise of comedy is setting narratives, and they did it with Trump last night.